Hello and welcome everybody to Transalpina. We are here with drivers from over 30 countries who are competing for the King of the Hill at over 2,145 meters of altitude. This is this has the record for the highest road race in Europe. As you can see, it's a very, very narrow track. It's quite long and it has 8 corners. It's very difficult in real life as well as virtual drifting, especially this last transition over the wall. We are getting ready to start top 32 absolutes. We have Gwen Volders from Belgium and Drew Harrell from the USA. They're both digital drifters. Gwen has qualified first, and he's driving Nissan S14 Sylvia. All of these cars are built in a pack, the RoDrift Tour pack, which is one of the best handling cars basically available for Seto, apart from VDC and a few others. They're actually built by the physics of the cars are built by drift drivers. Yeah, that's a big testament to them. Uh, so right now, as we're doing a little bit of training, I can tell you a bit about our top qualifier. Gwen has actually been drifting for less than a year in the saddle, but he does have a bit of a past in other games too. He's an official member of DriftSpec, one of the biggest virtual drift clubs in the world, and he's sponsored by LSH Design, the Drifter 95, who's Andreas Lede, the gear that he uses is a Thrustmaster TX full base, TH8A shifter, and T3PA pedals. So pretty much a Thrustmaster setup. Now, for as for Drew Harrell, uh, he actually creates drift films and does various stuff with racing on there. You can find him on YouTube. Um, he's from Florida in the United States. Pretty nice place to be there. I'm pretty sure it's a bit hotter than it is here. I should also tell you, as we're preparing to start, that our judges, Raivis and Mantas, are the same judges that we use in the real life competition. Băieți, aude ok pe stream. Să, să verificați, vă rog. So now we have the first 4 battles getting prepared. They're doing a bit of practice, just kind of getting ready for that moment when everything is on the line and in those 30 seconds that it takes to do the track, they can't make any mistakes and just do their absolute best. I think that is the time where virtual drifting is the most alike with real drifting, because in practice, obviously, there's very few risks. You're not going to break the car, and you're not going to crash it, and it's not going to cost money. But during the race, the reality is that the most important thing is winning and not making a mistake. And you only have one shot, so in that regard, if you make any mistakes, just like in reality, there's no reset button, there's no do-over. That's it. You lost or you won. Cum a fost? Oh, sorry. So guys, can you confirm that you can hear me well on the live stream or not? Because I can't hear myself. O să-mi iau izolație fonică în curând. E cameră goală, straight up. Păi fix asta fac. Îl închid, e... Oh, da, așa să-ți dau, să vede camera. Asta e butonul meu de mult. Okay, so we're getting closer and closer to starting the event. The judges are almost ready. They made sure that they have a solid stream and they can easily see the track as well as the cars. Here we have Tim Blume from Germany, from RPM Racing Team, just doing a pretty cool lead in that really sexy red S15 Sylvia. There's it. Okay. All right, here we go. So just a few moments now. Thank you so much for joining us. This is going to be an absolutely incredible race. We need to see the first two guys lining up in a minute, just to kick off the first battle of top 32. All right, so just as we're preparing everything, so the guys were on a bit ago, but they're not lining up. So we're just trying to get them to the start line. So there's going to be a bit of a change in the order of the battles. We'll go with Till Bloom from Germany, who's a digital drifter, and he's been drifting for over a year now. And he's from Chemnitz, from Germany. You can follow him on Instagram and YouTube. He's really talented, and he's going against Raman Kandratsenka, who's from Belarus and is also a real life driver. So sadly, it looks like Raman couldn't make it. So Tilblum will have a buy run, and he has his top 16 spot insured. So check out that beautiful run by Tilblum. It's really sad that Roman couldn't make it. He is one of the top drifters for sure. I've had the pleasure of battling him myself, and he's incredibly smooth, fast, and able to do some crazy transitions. So next, we're going to have Alexander Yagat. Just a sec. Against what is going on? I'm really sorry. I'll just wait for the graphics to show. I believe that we have Oliver Eppinger against Alexander Yagard. Oliver will be leading, and Alexander will be chasing. Oliver qualified 4th and Alexander 29th. Oliver is from Hungary, while Alexander, I believe, is from Sweden. Let me quickly check. So as we're waiting for the judges to be ready, there we go. So right now it looks like we're working on improving the stream and getting some of the drivers on the server. Here we go. So we have Alexander Yagar just joining the server now. In the meantime, I can tell you a bit about Oliver Eppinger. All right, so I'm really sorry, dear viewers. I think I misunderstood that. So the next battle is actually going to be Christoph Dianon versus Erikas Jurkus. So Christoph Diadon has been drifting for 2 years and is from Poland. He's got sixth in the DCGP 2020 general standings and seventh in the DCGP 2019 standings. And as for Erikas Jurkus, he's driving a BMW M3 and has been drifting for over 4 years. He's one of the greats. Is quite well known in the Virtual Drift Championship, having been there, I believe, almost from the start. He's part of Team Drift Devil, and he drives Thrustmaster T300 RS with a G27 H shifter. He's from Kretinga in Lithuania. So I think we're just getting ready to kick off this battle. Here we go. So Christoph leading. Erikas is going to chase. Drivers are getting ready now. And here we go. Erikas taking a bit of a head start there, but Christoph very, very fast and huge commitment into that initiation. A bit shallow, though, from that first outer zone, really hitting that second outer zone, hitting that first inner clipping point. Really great lead there. Second clipping point, all good. Erikas right there with him, but there was a tiny bit of separation there. However, Erikas really kept it up, but big loss of angle here. It looks like Christoph really overcommitted into that transition and barely saved the car from going into the wall. I'm pretty sure that the judges will be looking at that. However, Erikas really course corrected very well. So that was a really good battle. I'm really glad that we're kicking these off. So now we're switching positions. We have Erikas from Lithuania leading and Krzysztof from Poland giving chase in that Nissan S15, 2JZ powered 800 horsepower beast. So here we go. Just for our international viewers, in Romanian, leader means, well, obviously leader, and urmăritor is chaser. So let's see Erikas lead here. All right, so Christoph a lot closer on initiation there, but at the same time, Erikas a lot wider into that first outer zone, hitting that second outer zone quite well. Quite a big angle there, but still maintaining momentum. But Christoph's right there on the door. Erikas hitting that third inner clipping point, and let's see this outer zone filling it up so beautifully, very deep in there, and Christoph is right there with him. And guys, this is top 32, so yeah, we have a very interesting day ahead of us. Now let's wait and see what the judges decide. I have to say it was it's very hard at this level to judge because the differences are so small, and the track is quite long, so 6 corners, and you have to remember all of those 6 transitions and all the mistakes drivers did. So it's a very tough job. Right now we see. So the winner is Erikas Jurkus. Congratulations, Erikas. Now we have Oliver Eppinger going against Alexander Jagard. I told you a bit about these guys earlier. Oliver is from Hungary, is driving that 370Z with a VR38 engine. It's 800 flywheel horsepower. It's a bit longer, so it's a bit easier to control. But yeah, you gotta make your decisions in time. So Oliver qualified fourth, and he will be leading. Alexander qualified 29th, and he'll be giving chase. So I can tell you about Oliver that he's been drifting for 2 years. He's 17 from Hungary in Veszprém. Hopefully, I said that correctly. He's a member of Drift Spec as well. These guys are real killers. Okay, so let's watch the run now. Oliver leading, big commitment into that initiation, but dropping a wheel, too much commitment, maybe. Unfortunately, that's probably going to be an incomplete, but let's watch the rest of the run. That is so close. Man, what a beautiful lead as well. So Oliver was one of the favorites to potentially win the event. It would be really sad to see him go in top 32, but this is drifting. Anything can happen, no matter how good you are. Just a small, tiny little mistake can cost you the race. And there's not a lot you can do from the chase position if the leader doesn't make a big mistake. So Oliver actually came seventh overall in the VDC for the fourth season, and he was the champion of the grassroots, the GRS series. So he shows a lot of promise. Alexander Jagard is a digital drifter, and he's been drifting for more than 4 years, and he's drifting on a Thrustmaster T300, and his livery is done by V-Shop. He's from Gothenburg, Sweden. So he's got that Nordic, super fast, flowy, momentum type style. All right, so let's see Alexander Jagard leading now. Oliver giving chase. Beautiful initiation by Alexander, very poised, right where the judges wanted. But Oliver right there giving it all. He knows he has nothing to lose, so he wants to do the best battle possible. Wow, look at that proximity there, man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Whoa, look at that. Here we go. Oh, and a bit of a bump there. So, unfortunately, that's probably the nail in the coffin for Oliver. But thank you so much, man, for joining us. Of course, we should wait for the judges, but I mean, it was pretty obvious to see by their criteria. So let's see what the judges decide. So Alexander Jagard takes the win. Congratulations, Alexander, and great job, Oliver, for qualifying fourth and doing such a great showing. All right, so now we're preparing for the next battle. Since we had some issues with some of the drivers joining the servers, we had to switch over some of the orders of the battles. So I'm actually waiting myself to find out who's going to be next. So as I say this, we have quite a few people on the stream. Hello, Silviu, Stoica Bogdan, Dragos Ionus Dima, Zamfiraki Silviu, Nadine Girard Portalier. Bonjour, Nadine. Uh, all right, so now we know who our next battle is going to be. So we have Paulius Bernikas from Lithuania against Christian Petrov from Bulgaria. Um, Christian is a real life drifter as well, and he's really climbing the ranks in virtual drifting too. Very talented driver. Paulinus qualified 12th versus Christian's 21st, so he is the favorite and he will be leading. So let's watch this lap. Paulius really going for it. Lots of speed into that initiation, but Christian adjusting and staying right there. Maybe a bit too aggressive there. So big correction from Christian. He came too close and that he had to correct. But now he's reeling back Paulius in. Paulius, really great lead lap, hitting all the zones. Well, a bit wide on that third inner clip and really dip into the third outer zone. Very good lead. I would imagine that Christian will be penalized for that huge correction. I'm not sure if it's going to be an incomplete. It doesn't look like a complete straightening, but it might be a big deduction. We'll have to wait for the judges to decide on that, of course. So let's look at the reverse. Now we're going to have Christian Petrov leading and Paulius Bernikas following. Christian has actually been drifting for more than 4 years, and he's from Gabrovo in Bulgaria. Whereas Paulius Bernikas has also been drifting for more than 4 years and is from Kaunas, Lithuania. Is playing on a slightly lower end computer, but that's not an excuse because he drives incredibly well because and he's just basically competing to have fun. Let's see Christian's lead now. He's in a pretty difficult position, but really, really committed there. Big angle, big speed, doing a very good job so far in the lead. Paulius falling back a little bit. Maybe he wanted to give Christian some room, but it looks like he's having to make an incredible amount of mistakes, basically just to keep up proximity. So he cut the track, he got the wheels off, he had a lot of corrections. So this is going to be a pretty difficult one to judge. It might even go one more time because in actually probably I don't know. We'll have to hear it from the judges. It looks like both runs were pretty sketchy, to be honest. Okay, so it looks like we're going one more time for the previous battle. So so we'll see whether we move to this next battle because it looks like Paulius actually disconnected from the server. The drivers are actually supposed to stay on the server until the winner is announced, simply because, as in this case, you know, it might be a one more time, so you got to go again. So in the meantime, I could tell you about Paulius, he would like to promote his friend's channel since sometimes they practice together, and he helps him keep his skills sharp. So just look for Zemaitis 14, Zemaitis 14 on YouTube, and check out his content. All right, so now we're going to have Zach O'Sullivan from the USA, who qualified second, against Dominik Haniec from Hungary, who qualified 31st. Bit of a weight transfer initiation there, very committed, right on the edge, big speed from Zach, but Dominik right there. He's copying the line and staying fairly close on a slightly shallower line, though, with slightly shallower angle too, but he is maintaining proximity. A very beautiful lead run by Zach, really, really hitting all those zones almost perfectly. Oh no, man! Wow! So this is Transalpina, guys. It's a killer. So Zach was clearly the favorite there, but because he pushed so hard to get that 99 plus points lead run, he's now at a huge disadvantage. That's definitely an incomplete there for Zach. So I'm not sure if he's going to be able to come back from that. Let's see Dominik Haniec's lead. So Dominic has been drifting for about 3 years, and he's just starting the competitive aspect of Assetto Corsa. He's playing on a single 27-inch 4040p 144 hertz screen, and he's using a Thrustmaster T300 with an OMP dip dish. Let's see his lead here as Zach is giving chase. Here we go. Okay, that was a bit aggressive. Maybe there could have been more commitment in that initiation, but really not bad from Dominic. Zach is sticking with him right there. Great proximity, great angle without having to make a lot of sacrifices. Here we go. Oh, and he's really climbing onto the leader now. And let's see. There we go. So that was lead per lead. I would say that Zach's lead, right up to the point where he met the wall, was quite a lot superior. But at the same time, finishing the race is the only way to win the race. So it'll be interesting to find out what the judges think. Although I think we all have our suspicions. And in the meantime, I can maybe tell you more about Zach O'Sullivan. He's been drifting for more than 4 years and doing esports drifting comps for over 9. And he's a proud member of renowned sports drift team JSI. He's playing on a single screen with a base model Thrustmaster TX, and you can find him on Instagram at JSI_mystified. Just here we go. So it looks like Dominik Haniec won the previous battle. Just to finish up about Zach, so he's from Winston-Salem, NC, USA, representing. You did an amazing job, Zach. I'm really sorry it had to go down like this, but what can we do? It's drifting, anything can happen, and it's up to us not to make mistakes. So now we're going to see the one more time against between Paulus. Just 1 second. So we have Christian Petrov against Paulius Bernikas. Here we go. So the guys are getting ready. They're fighting a bit of nerves. Just staying there on the start line is very difficult. Your heart is pumping, full of with adrenaline, and the expectation of the battle is sometimes a lot harder than the battle itself. So we have Paulius Bernikas leading. He qualified second, and Christian Petrov, who qualified 21st, will be following. Big manji there from Paulius. Bit of a slowdown there, but it is in the decel zone, which is fine. Really filling up that outer zone, hitting that first inner clip and that second inner clip. Christian right there with him. I think these guys are vibing a lot better this time. All right, beautiful lead to run. Oh, that's close. That's close. That's close. Oh, man. So Christian really maintained proximity. He did have to sacrifice his line a little bit and go shallower as well with shallower angle at times, but at other times he actually exceeded the leader's angle as we were climbing over to the third inner clipping point. So it would be yeah, it will be an interesting battle to judge. Let's look at the second battle with Christian Petrov leading and Paulius Bernikas chasing. Bulgaria versus Lithuania. Who is going to win? All right. So as the judges are getting ready to look at this lap, the drivers are revving their engines and flicker their lights in expectation. We have an S15 Sylvia going against BMW E36 M3. So Christian here really going for an initiation. All right, beautiful, beautiful line there. Really filling it that second outer zone. Going a bit outside there. Paulius really pushed there, and he's cutting the track. I think he's really out of rhythm now. Uh, yes. So after that mistake, when he got a bit greedy and tried to make as much proximity as he could do, Paulius basically lost quite a lot of ground. And as he lost that ground, he really struggled to make it up, causing that bungee effect where you basically get closer and further away, and that closer and further away, and you keep doing corrections. So let's hear it from the judges. So we have a result. It's going to be Christian Petrov moving forward to the top 16. Congratulations, Christian. Great job, Paulius, as well. Um, Christian, we'll see you in top 16. So as we're preparing for the next race, so now on the start line we have Alexander Element from the Ukraine going against Joe Smalley from United Kingdom. This is going to be a very interesting battle. I've had the pleasure of drifting with both of these guys, and they're absolutely amazing. Alexander is incredibly quick. He's one of the guys to fear, and he's pretty much. Uh, one of the top guys. If you do virtual drifting, you've heard of him, just like Ticon and Alan Hines and all the other greats. So Alexander qualified 7th, so he will be leading, while Joe qualified 26th. So he'll be chasing. Alexander is driving that 370Z with a VR38 engine, while Joe is powering through with that S15 Sylvia 2J. Let's check out Alexander's run. Whoa, huge speed into initiation, keeping like a medium angle, going very, very, very fast. Joe is really struggling to keep up. Uh, as I said, I actually dialed element last night. It's so fast. That's incredible. Hitting all the zones, so that is a great lead lap. Exactly what the judges wanted. The judges don't want to see excessive angle; they want to see flow. They want to see speed, and Alexander definitely showed speed. That was incredible. So I don't know uh, who's going to be able to catch up with Alexander with that crazy car. I'm pretty sure that uh, that Joe's is getting a bit worried now as they switch places. So Alexander has been drifting for over 4 years and is from Chernihiv in the Ukraine. And as for Joe, he's been drifting for 2 years and won a few AC comps. Let's see his lead now. Ooh, all right. That's a very good initiation, really filling it out that first outer zone. But Alexander right there, very good proximity. Joe doing an amazing lead. Very, very clean, very smooth. But Alexander never more than like a meter away. That was crazy proximity. Alexander is really well known for his insane chase game. As you can guys see, wow, what a battle. What a battle. So it looks like Alexander might have quite a bit of an advantage, but I suppose we'll have to hear it from the judges. In the meantime, I can tell you that Joe is from Gloucestershire. Oh man, come on! I used to live in the UK. I should be able to say this. Gloucestershire. Oh damn it! He's from the UK. Great job, Alexander Edelman. He's the winner and moving on to the top 16. Great job, Joe. Thanks for joining and thanks for an amazing performance. So I believe that we might have a buy run now because now at the start we have Joona Waronen. And he was supposed to go against Evan Miles. Now, unfortunately, Evan can't make it. So Joona is actually from Vantaa, Finland. He's an upcoming VDC driver and the winner of the Finnish Drift Championship. He's been drifting for over 4 years, and he's 22 years old. Oh, that's a cool cam. Team Slide Culture, and sponsored by NRG. That's a pretty cool looking livery. Really sad that Evan couldn't make it. Evan Miles is from the Netherlands, and he's actually the team founder and owner of DriftSpec. So you've seen quite a few of our top competitors here being part of DriftSpec. It's one of the biggest teams. Actually, Sherban Sherban Matei, who basically built this entire track, is from DriftSpec as well. So they are everywhere. They're sponsored by so DriftSpec is sponsored by LSH Design and the Drifter 95. They do have some of the best drifters in virtual drifting and have been winning events for the past year or so since they moved to Assetto Corsa. You can check out their Discord at discord.io/driftspec. There's a lot of cool stuff in there.
All right, so we've all been waiting to see Alan Hines from Ireland, who qualified sixth. He's a real life drifter and has gotten really amazing results in the Irish Drift Championship. He's drifted all over the world, and he's a top challenger. As for the virtual world, he's come second. I would have to look at the specs. Okay, let's look at the run. Big speed there by Allen, right on the edge, but really keeping up that speed. Exactly what we see. Not going to the edge, but very close and very fast. Hitting that first inner clipping point perfectly, right in between the wheels. And the third one, a bit wide there, but really, really close. So, holding it together perfectly on the third outer zone. That was a great lead. And Artur Oles, who's from Poland, did a very good job. But Alan is just very quick. So Artur was really trying to keep up and catch up and the proximity. So Alan has been drifting. He's been competing in Ireland, UK, and the Middle East. He's a vice champion in 2016 IADC, 2017 IDC Pro Am, and 2019 DGX. Third overall in IDC Pro as the rookie in the real world, and the 2019 VDC. Here we go. So let's look at Artur Oles's run. Very good initiation, right on the outside, maintaining that speed. But Alan Hines right there. Can't put a piece of paper with these guys. Look at those transitions, bumper to bumper, wheel to wheel. What an amazing battle, guys. Are you seeing this? This is incredible. So I'm perfectly mirroring Artur. Never. Oh, okay, Artur just dropped that wheel. So so the last outer zone fights again. That's probably going to be an incomplete for R2 for dropping a wheel there. But what an amazing chase by Alan. He's actually the 2020 EDC champion, and his partners and sponsors are Pro Drift Academy, Vitour Tires, Group D.ie, Link ECU, and you can find him on Instagram, Alan.Hines37, Facebook, Alan Hines Drift, or on YouTube, just Alan Hines. And he's from Cork, Ireland. Looks like that's where quite a few of the big drifters come from. The Shanahans, James Dean as well. I believe they're all from Cork. I might be totally wrong, but so obviously we have Alan Hines as a winner, moving on to top 16. He's definitely one of the favorites to win the event. And just to finish off saying about Artur Oles, he's 23, living in Poland, and he drives his own sim rig. All right, so I probably need to move forward to the next battle. I believe we're going to have Joni Matanen going against Piotr Polinkiewicz. So let me tell you a bit about these guys. We have Joni, who's been drifting for 2 years and is from Finland. And we have Piotr, who's I believe from Niedzika, Poland. He's playing on a single monitor with a Thrustmaster T300. So let's see Joni Matanen's lead here. He's driving that Corvette C6 V8. Very committed, but maybe not the fastest I've seen. Kind of missing that first inner clipping point, going a bit wide there, too much angle, but he got that second inner clipping point right in between the wheels. Got the third one too. It's a very solid driver, very solid lead, and Piotr Olinkiewicz from Poland sticking right there to the door of Yoni. Well, Piotr, he's a DCGP driver as well, and he qualified in 6 out of 8 events. So he's an up-and-coming driver who's starting to get some pretty good results. Let's see the second battle now with Piotr leading and Yoni giving chase. So Piotr is driving the WDT Nissan S13. So this is basically a 180 SX, I suppose. If you want to be precise, it's an RPS 13. I actually had one of these long time ago with an SR. However, this one's a bit more trick. It's got a VR38 Nissan GTR engine in it, developing 800 horsepower. So let's look at Piotr's initiation here. Okay, slowing down a little bit, but not too much. He had to go correction there, otherwise he would have gone off. But Yoni wasn't very close, so it didn't necessarily bother him too much. He could use that opportunity to come closer and maintain proximity. Very good lead line from Piotr, hitting those inner clipping points. Didn't necessarily go to the outside there, but you don't have to. However, this happens. He really compromised that third outer zone, so that's probably going to be a deduction. These are some cool numbers. So number 22 going against number 11. Let's see who comes up on top. The judges are still deliberating. It is a pretty tough battle to call. There were various mistakes done by both drivers, so the judges have decided to see this one more time. Now we can't say we're mad about that at all, because just watching some of this drifting is so cool. So I would watch as many one more times as the judges need to. Look how pretty those cars look, man. All right, so now we have Joni Matanen from Finland leading, and we have Piotr Polnikiewicz from Poland giving chase. Piotr is actually a real-life drifter, so I'm really happy to see these guys coming up in virtual drifting and doing better. I'm one of them, so yeah, we're probably the biggest advocates for sim drifting, since it really works so well for us. So let's see, Yodi Vatanen's initiation, quite good, hitting that outer zone right on the edge with that beautiful Corvette C6. Piotr right there in the S13. Trying to regain that proximity. There was a tiny bit of a gap, but now it's gone. And look at those transitions, bumper to bumper, guys. That's insane. Piotr losing a bit of angle there, but maintaining that proximity right towards the end. That's beautiful. So you'll see a lot of the time, even if the first battles have quite a few mistakes, a lot of the times, if we go to one more times, both battles clean up quite well. That's because the first time you battle somebody, if you've not battled them again, it is pretty difficult to align your vibes, I suppose, and then, you know, driving styles and the way that you sort of anticipate what the leader would do. So it's all of an unknown, and you're just discovering that person the first time you battle them, which is quite cool. Now we have Piotr Polinciewicz just leading, and Joni Matanen giving chase, waiting for the judges. Okay, and we'll hit it. Here we go. Very good lead there by Piotr. Yoni maybe a bit too aggressive. Is putting himself in a position where he needs to do quite a few corrections to maintain proximity, but doing an amazing job in chase too. Very, very good lead by Piotr, hitting all the zones, going right, well, fairly deep into that third outer zone, but Yoni right there as they cross the finish line. Man, this is gonna be a hard one. Ooh. So let's wait and see what the judges think about this battle. So like I sort of expected, it's taking a while for the judges to deliberate because again slight mistakes were made by both drivers. So they're really taking the time to look at replays and discuss their thoughts and opinions amongst each other to come to a conclusion. So we might want to have a look at a replay now. All right, so we're looking at. Okay, so there was a bit less commitment on initiation than you'd want, and a bit of a correction there, but he's sticking with him. Not sure what the judges are looking for. But we can all look at various mistakes the drivers can make. Look at that mirroring, that's very beautiful by Yoni. They're both doing really well here. And I think they want to make sure that he didn't decel outside of the decel area, and he did not. Okay, so it's a pretty cool first lap, and we'll probably want to look at the second lap as well. So actually, I should invite Oliver over. Maybe he can join. So what I'm going to do is see if I can maybe get Oliver or Sherban or somebody to maybe join the stream and help me make this a little bit more entertaining for you guys. So let's look at Yoni's last transition here. It's pretty clean. All right. And yeah, Piotr had to shallow up the line a little bit, but he was right there, almost touching with the front bumper. So, so the judges have deliberated, and the winner is Joni Matanen from Finland. Congratulations, Joni. Congratulations, Piotr, as well. You did really, really well. Um, so I suppose, Joni, we'll see you in top 16. So now I believe that we're going to have another Byron uh, for. So in the meantime, if I'm not mistaken, next we're going to have Tikon Poleski. Is probably the most feared digital drifter in the world. Who's had 2020 Virtual Drift Championship first place, 2019 second place overall, and from 2018 to 2019 he was the World Drift Tour champion. So really, really, really tough competitor. He's from Minsk in Belarus, and we're really expecting some incredible runs for him. Look at that lead run, so perfect, hitting all the zones exactly as the judges wanted. That's so cool. What a beautiful run. So we're really looking forward to seeing Tikon a bit later. I like to say he's kind of the James Dean of digital drifting. I'm quite fortunate to have had the pleasure of battling him a bit in practice. He's incredibly fast, and his chases are totally next level. So yeah, that was a pretty cool experience. Gives you sort of a goal to reach, I guess, as you progress in your technique. So I believe that next we're going to have another Byron by Bruno Monteiro. So let me just take this second to tell you a bit more about Bruno. He has been drifting for 3 years. He's driving this interesting looking red S15 Sylvia with a 2J engine. He's from Guarda, from Portugal. Portugal. Why am I saying it Portugal? It's probably totally wrong. And he's 21 years old. He did DCGP championship as well as what's going on there? Ooh, I think the wrong person is at the start, but I might be wrong. All right, so Bruno is did his buy run. But I don't know if he actually did the buy run, but all right, let's move forward. He has announced the winner. He did DCGP and Bushido style, and now we have I think we have Yona Waron. Let me just check. Waronen. So we have Yona Waronen. He was supposed to go against Evan, like I mentioned earlier. So Yona has been drifting for over 4 years and is from Vanta in Finland, doing town. Like I mentioned, he's an upcoming VDC driver and the winner of the Finnish Drift Championship. Here we go. So Jonas still have Matthew Farming here now. Why is he on the track? So okay, so it might be that the camera was not on him, but at the end of the day, he did incomplete there at the end. So I'm not sure if the judges will need to see a rerun. So Parminter. So we have Matthew Parminter. He's been drifting for 3 years, and he actually has over 2,000 hours played in the Assetto Corsa. He's sponsored by 046 Works for livery designs, Vosan for general support, and he's currently using a Logitech G29 wheel on a dual monitor setup. Uh, in the past, in the DCGP 2020 season, he placed 36th overall, and he loves drifting with passion. Um, let's watch his lap. Matthew is from Plymouth in the United Kingdom. That's a pretty town. Should visit him at some point. It's quite cool. All right. So I don't know what is going on here. I think he needs to do like a buy run, but he's been doing a few. Uh, maybe he's just training or waiting for the opponent. Unfortunately, I'm not patched into what's happening on the Discord server, so some of the time I have to be guessing what's going on. But it's better this way because otherwise there would be way too much white noise and I couldn't possibly concentrate on speaking nonstop, basically. Let's see who we have here. Oh, no, no, don't go off-road in that. So now I think we have Louis James, Win Stanley. Uh, he's doing a buy run as well. Been drifting for 3 years, and he's 17 from England in the UK. Started drifting on a Forza Motorsport 7 and has been drifting on a setup for just a month. Damn, man, that's some skills. And yeah, his wheel is a Logitech G920, so he can definitely do a decent job with Logitechs too. Look at these guys. Everybody says you need the best wheel in the world. You don't really. You can make anything work. So I believe that we just have another battle. Um it might be just another buy run. Let's see what's going to happen here. right, everybody. So now we're going to be taking a short break, and we'll be back with the top 16 in about 10 minutes. In the meantime, enjoy some awesome footage from Transalpina. All right, so welcome back, everybody. We are now in top 16. We have the top 16 drivers doing a bit of practice as we are preparing everything, and we're getting ready to get started with Till Blume from Germany. He's going to be doing a byron. All right, so as Till Bloom is finishing off his run in that RPM Racing S15. Moving on to the top eight, we're going to prepare for our first battle of the top 16. I believe that we're going to have Tikon Poleski going against Erika Jurkus, but I might be wrong. Let's see, as soon as the graphics are up, we'll know for sure. Oh, Erika's being a bit dramatic there. So, uh, Erikas is from Lithuania, qualified 24th. Tikhon Poleski from Belarus, he qualified 25th. That is actually a bit atypical for Tikhon. He generally qualifies top 10, if not top 4. But I guess he had a bit of a difficult time in qualifying, having scratched the lap and unfortunately making some mistakes in his other lap. And given the level of competition here, uh, he ended up on 25. But I would say let's watch him closely because for those in the know, he's probably the favorite in this race. Um, so let's see this run. We have Erika's leading, gaining up some momentum, good initiation there, filling out that outer zone. Tikon right there with him, very, very close, really knocking on his door. Amazing transitions, great lead by Erikas, hitting those inner clipping points, very smooth, fast, and clean. Here we go. Oh my God, look at that proximity from Tikon. That is amazing. That's what I was saying, guys. Look at that chase run. Like, you need an amazing lead to do an amazing chase, and Erikas definitely provided an amazing lead. But that chase was out of this world, guys. Let's reverse roles and see what happens. All right, so now we're gonna have Tikhon Poleski from Belarus leading, and the 2J S15, and we have the V8 powered E36 M3 driven by Erikas Jurkus in the chase. Erika saying hi. All right, so let's see this. Let's hope that Tikhon doesn't push too hard. We've seen top drivers lose their battles because they just went a slight bit over the limit. This is a very tricky lap, but that is a very, very hot lead so far. Perfect on the clipping points, and Erika's right there on Tikhon. Tikhon does amazing, so it is not difficult to stay on his walls. It's not difficult to chase, but he is very, very fast, so it's not easy to stay on his door. Uh, oh my God, that was an amazing run. I wish I could see this again. But I have to say, Tragic might want to look at the replay for this one. pretty close to lead. I would say that maybe in speed as well as in chase, Ticon might have a slight advantage from where I see things. But let's wait for the judges and hear what they say. It's definitely a tough one to judge. What a beautiful view, the guys. Imagine this in the real world. We're just right there in the clouds at 2,100 meters of altitude. It is such an incredible place. It feels very otherworldly, you know? So I think we might have a winner, and the winner is Tikon Poleski, probably by a slight margin, but it was visible that he held an advantage in both chase and lead. Amazing job by Erikas as well. Thank you so much for competing in the RoDrift Transalpina GP. So so now we're going to have let me see because something is slightly broken here. Here we go. So we have Bruno Monteiro from Portugal, who qualified 13th, going against Alexander Jagard from Sweden, who qualified 29th. They're both digital drifters and both running S bodies. Bruno is running the S15 2JZ 800 horsepower Sylvia, whereas Alexander is running the 180SX with the VR38 engine. Let's watch Bruno's initiation there. Pretty committed, trying to get that outer zone. Alexander right with him there. Maybe he's having some big problems, uh, but a very good lead by Bruno. He's a bit wide on those inner clipping points, but that's actually easier to chase. He's really trying to pull away, but Alexander Jagard is right there with him, maintaining proximity throughout the course, and through the finish line they go. That was a pretty disputed battle, I would say. So things are really heating up now in the top 16. I would imagine we might see quite a few one more times as we progress throughout the event. So now that we've switched places, we have Alexander Jagard leading and Bruno Monteiro from Portugal chasing. Both of these cars have really, really pretty liveries. Congratulations, guys. They're quite gnarly. So as the judges get ready, we're probably gonna give the start in a second or two. Here we go. So Alexander Jagard accelerating right through initiation, throwing it in right over there, but really slowing down a little bit with a lot of angle. I'm not sure that's what the judges want to see. He is maintaining composure though. However, Bruno is kind of struggling to maintain a consistent distance, but he's closing the gap now. Alexander went a bit wide there, but oh, got it. It didn't go throughout the whole zone as deeply as you would imagine, as he transitioned earlier than most drivers. However, he had a lot of commitment in that last transition, so essentially just held it in. Unbelievable. Wow, this is going to be a hard one to judge, guys. This is interesting. I'm not going to place any bets right now. Just going to wait for the judges. So I think we have a winner, and it's Alexander Jagard. Congratulations, man. You did really well. Congratulations to Bruno too. Amazing showing, man. You did Portugal proud. I hope you'll join us again on our next event. So now I think the next battle is going to be Yuna Warren against Christian Petrov. So if you're just joining us, I can tell you a bit about Yuna. He's an upcoming VDC driver and winner of the Finnish Drift Championship. Comes from Vanta in Finland, and he's basically been drifting for more than 4 years. It does show, and he's a digital drifter. Going up against him is Christian Petrov. Christian is from Bulgaria and has been drifting for more than 4 years. He's actually a real life drifter as well. So it will be really interesting to see how they do. Jona qualified fifth, Christian on 21st. So Jona will be leaving maybe Christian Petrov a bit too aggressive there. And oh, is this going to be a rerun? I don't know what's going to happen because essentially it can be argued that the chase did not allow the lead to initiate. So I don't know if, to be honest, I'm not really sure. That's what it looked like. The lead car has priority, so they're basically the chaser. Like it looked like the lead car was not really accelerating. So this situation, I don't know what the judges will decide about that. Anyway, now that we reverse the roles, so for the first battle, to be honest, the rest of the run didn't really matter. So whoever's going to be deemed at fault there is going to be at a disadvantage, or maybe there's going to be a rerun. We don't know. All right, so now let's look at the replay. It's yeah, so it didn't look like the chaser allowed enough room for the lead to initiate, in my opinion. Obviously, we'll need to go to the judges to find out, but that would be my interpretation. Essentially, uh, all bets are off after the cones end. So as the cones end, each car needs to be in their lane. If as soon as the cones end, then the leader is allowed to go into the chaser's lane. So basically go left, and if they have no room to go left, then it's hard for them to initiate. So the job of the chaser is to make sure that they can actually go in front of the lead car if they want to when they start, but they have to make sure that they are behind the lead car as soon as the cones end to allow the leader to initiate. So I don't know what's going on here. All right, so I guess we're having another replay now. So, but apart from that, I mean, they did. What I really like is, these guys are just on it till the end. It doesn't matter that they had a bit of a misunderstanding at the start. They want to give us a beautiful race, and this is what we're getting. This was quite a nice run, actually. So yeah, I'm just hearing from the judges that it was indeed deemed as Chaser's fault, like we suspected. So now we're gonna see the other battle, and Christian Petrov is going to be leading. Yona Waronen is going to be following. So Yona right on him. Christian Petrov, a good initiation, keeping that momentum there, being very clean and fast, quite changeable. Yona is maintaining proximity, not pushing too much, but knowing, I mean, hopefully knowing that he has an advantage, is still really pushing there, offering us a really, really good battle. Let's see what happens here. This is a tricky area. Oh my God, that was quite cool. So Christian didn't actually fill in that third outer zone well enough, but Jona really did, and he basically also maintained proximity while doing so. So better line than the leader, and with maintaining proximity. However, the judges do say that you generally want to follow the leader's line. uh, I do feel that Yona kind of did that over there. So um, let's hear what the judges think. Christian is going to have a pretty big disadvantage from the first race. So yes, we have Yona Waronen from Finland as winner, and Christian Petrov. Thank you so much, man, for participating. You did an amazing show, and yeah, uh, I hope to see you next time. Here we go. Thank you so much for participating. Let's see what we have in store next. All right, so I believe that we have Dominic going against Matt Parmenter. Yeah. Uh, all right, so here we go. It looks like we have. Um, let's see. We have Matt Parmenter. Matthew Parmenter going against Dominic Haniec. So, Matthew, here we go. So, Matthew has been drifting for 3 years, with over 2,000 hours played in Assetto Corsa, and sponsored by 046 Works for livery designs, Vosan for general support. Currently using Logitech G29 wheel and a dual monitor setup. It's been doing quite well in DCGP 2020. Let's see Matthew's lead over there. Matthew from the UK, 4550 in that Nissan. It's wide there, to be honest, overshooting that inner clip, but doing a great job at bringing it back. Dominic Haniec from Hungary, really maintaining that proximity. A little bit of a bump there, but nothing too major. It didn't really upset the leader. However, by avoiding contact, Dominic had to scrub a lot of speed and lost quite a bit of angle. And then obviously a gap was created. So there were mistakes in both lead and chase, but overall a very, very solid lap. Let's see the second battle. So Dominic Haniec from Hungary now leading, Matthew Parmenter from the United Kingdom giving chase. So as the judges will be checking out the replay. They wanted to look at some of the details of this run. So I think that's a point of contention there. It feels like Leeds almost parked it there. He did maintain some speed, but he did lose significant velocity, causing the chase to have to adjust, and basically then establishing a bit of a gap. So it will be. Yeah, it will be interesting to hear what the judges are thinking. But I suppose at the end of the day, we will find out what their decision is. Look at this body kit, isn't it gorgeous, man? Oh, I'm sorry, wasn't I on mute? This is just so brilliant, though. We should have the donut pop up and on headlight song somewhere queued. That'd be quite cool. All right, so here we go. Dominic Haniet from Hungary now leading. Matthew Parmenter from the UK giving chase. Beautiful initiation there by Dominic. Matthew right there, maintaining that proximity. Very solid lead. And as I was saying that, the commentating strikes then, and Dominic runs a bit wide on that first inner clip, but does well in the second and the third. Here we go, using the entire track, and yeah, you see, right on the edge, and that bites, man. So that's probably going to be an incomplete for Dominic, but congratulations, man, you were looking amazingly well there. I should probably wait for the official announcement, but the rules are clear. The rest of the lap did look quite nice, very fast and committed. That's quite cool. So let's see what the judges decide. All right, so we have Matthew Parmenter as the winner, and he's moving on to top 8. Thank you so much, Dominic Haniet. You did an amazing job. Thank you for joining, and hope to see you next time. Let's see our next top 16 battle. So I believe our next battle is going to be Alexander Element going against let me see, going against Ryan Eldina from Jordan. Alexander Element is from the Ukraine, one of our neighbors. So Alexander is one of the heavyweights in virtual drifting. He's amongst a few others, one of the favorites to win the event. So it will be a pretty hard job for Ryan, who's also an amazing driver and I would say a seasoned pro, to get past Alexander. But like we've seen previously, it doesn't really matter what the odds are at the beginning of the race. What matters is what happens during the race, and the slightest mistake will basically cause you to potentially lose the race. And obviously it can happen to absolutely anybody. So let's talk about a bit more about the drivers. So I've actually battled both of these guys quite a few times. I think they're both incredibly good. To me, Alexander, at least in the setup that we drove last night, he felt quite a bit faster in his setup as well as his technique. But both of these guys are incredible chasers, so both of them were really on my door, a lot better than I was on theirs for sure. This is definitely going to be a battle to look forward to. Ryan has been drifting for more than 2 years. You can find him on Instagram at RPM RAYAN, so RPM Ryan. And like I mentioned, he's from Jordan, so quite far away. But somehow, with the current technology, we still have good ping. And as for Alexander, he's a digital drifter who's been doing this for over 4 years. Like I mentioned, quite well known, and he comes from Chernihiv in the Ukraine. Chernihiv. I don't know. I'm trying, guys. It is a difficult one. But what is going on? So maybe they're. I'm not really sure what's going on. Okay, so it seems like there's a Byron for Alexander Element. I don't know why Ryan couldn't make it to the start or what happened, but yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get to see that battle. But big congratulations to Alexander Element, and he's moving forward to the top eight, which is going to get quite exciting. Big congrats to Ryan as well. I'm really sorry you couldn't make the battle, man. It would have been a good one, I'm sure. And thank you so much for joining us, man. So I think that our next battle is going to be Alan Hines from Ireland versus Joni Matanen from Finland. So we seem to have another Byron by Louis James. So we have Louis James Winstanley uh, from the UK. Who's 17 and started drifting on Forza Motorsport. He's now doing a Byron. Looks like his opponent could not make it. It might be that you can have technical difficulties even in a virtual in a virtual event. So I suppose there is realism in that. So I think now we're gonna get to Alan Hines versus Joni Matanen. I'm going to tell you a bit about Yoni. He's a digital drifter who's been doing this for over 3 years and comes from Finland, driving this beautiful Corvette C6 V8 by DWYB, Dirfwa Chuprang team. Alan Hines is from Ireland, and he's a real-life drifter as well as a very accomplished digital drifter. He qualified sixth, and as you can see, the battles are coming closer and closer. Joni Martanen qualified 11th, so both of these guys are pretty heavy hitters. All right, and we're off. Here we go with Alan, giving it the beans into that initiation. Very aggressive there, very strong, fast. Big angle, but not compromising speed. Right where the judges wanted, not right at the edge, but right before that, taking that first inner clip right between the wheels, second inner clip right between the wheels. Yoni right there, maybe compromising some of the line there and a bit of angle, to be honest, but sticking with Alan Hines on that amazing lead run. That's going to be very, very difficult to beat. Uh, and Alan is a very, very strong chase driver as well. So unless he makes a mistake, he might have a bit of an advantage here. However, in drifting, anything can happen. So let's watch Yoni in that C6 Corvette take the lead in the second part of the battle. So here we go. So as the judges get ready, we're probably going to give the start. Drivers' hearts are probably pumping right now. And let's wait for it. Here we go. So we have a start. Johnny in the lead. Alan giving chase. Very close there on initiation. Johnny kind of lost a bit of speed there and didn't go very wide. Maybe Alan should take it a bit easier. But Johnny seems to be really pushing it, big angles, big transitions, stopping and going a little bit. But uh, it looks like Alan Hines can stick right there. There was a bit of a slowdown from Johnny on the third inner tripping point, and a bit of a slowdown there after the decel zone. So in chase, Alan did an amazing job of maintaining proximity and control over the situation from the start. He didn't give too much room, but at the same time, he managed to evade uh, any inconsistencies in the lead run and adjust accordingly. So for me, it looks like in both lead and chase, Alan could have an advantage here. But let's wait for the judges and hear what they say. They have a much better view over things and the ability to. Uh, all right, so Tikon Polaski joining the server as we're waiting for the results.
Hi, do you hear me?
Oh, hello, Sherban.
Hey, there we go. It
Welcome to the
works.
stream.
It's good to finally be here.
Yes. Oh, welcome, man. It's really nice to have you here. Just dear viewers, we have to say that we've been trying to get Sherban on the stream for a few minutes now, just navigating all the technical, I suppose, challenges of live streaming. I should introduce Sherban as, first of all, probably. Well, first of all, he's my drift mentor, so he taught me a lot about virtual drifting, and he knows pretty much everything there is to know, from drivers, cars, tracks. He's a guru in my opinion, and most importantly, he actually built this track that we are watching right now. And yeah, while I only helped a little bit, I still feel proud. I would imagine you feel quite proud, Sherman.
Yeah, I actually do. And thanks for all the help and all the guidance you gave me on making this track, because you've actually painted this
Uh,
track in real life.
it was an absolute pleasure, and I learned so much. Right now, we're going to have a bit of a. We're going to watch some of the clips from real life. It's incredibly similar and also very very different in the sense that the danger seems a lot more real, and that kind of has an impact on how you see the track. If you're trying to be analytical about it, it is exactly the same. The lines are the same, the width is the same, but in reality is it's so much scarier. uh,
Yeah, it must be real scary knowing you've got the skin in the game.
oh, exactly, that's right, and that's what I was saying earlier is that uh, I think the closest that virtual drifting comes to real drifting is in competition time, because then each and every mistake can cost you everything. In practice, indeed, you don't have much skin in the game. You have a reset button, but in competition, there is no reset button. That's it, right?
Yep. hmm I couldn't agree more with that.
So, I think that as sort of an observation, because I was being a bit creepy and watching the stream as people were training throughout the first week of the event. Everybody was driving incredibly well with each other at some point, but the reality is, and Raivis brought this to my attention, is everything changes during race time. So no matter how much you practiced, you're going to have to make some choices, and those are going to be unique choices, like how hard am I going to go? You know, how safe am I going to be? Right? How much are you going
Yep.
to doubt yourself? All those things. So that is what makes competing in these events so exciting, I would say. And you've been competing for a long time. Can you tell me a bit about your drift history, Sherwan?
It actually started on Leap for Speed a few years ago. and then I found
All
this
right.
course and I decided to give it a go, and then I found out that it's a lot more used by a lot of different people. So I
Oh,
joined a few
sorry.
different
I'm gonna
groups, and
have to
then
interrupt you a little bit. We'll follow up with that. I'm really sorry, man,
yeah.
but it looks like we're getting ready for the first battle.
Oh,
So
there we
maybe
go.
we'll use this opportunity. Maybe you could tell us more about Ticon on Tilblume. I'm sure you know them better than I do. But till then, let's see the start with Tilblume leading and really gaining momentum on that run up. Big initiation. Ticon right there with him. So close. Ticon is an amazing chase driver. He can adapt to pretty much any situation somehow. Till running a bit wide there, but again, Ticon right there adapting, running a bit wide on that second inner clipping point too, and the third one. So clearly, Till feels the pressure. He's really trying to push it and run away. And this was a pretty tricky situation, pretty hairy at the end. He was pretty close there, wouldn't you say, Sherman?
Yeah, it's quite cool to be honest of Tikon to just be on everybody's door, no matter what the lead does. He just follows it.
I don't know how
It's
he
very
does it.
expected.
I know some of
It's like a
Ticon
robot.
history. Yeah, I understand that was his nickname. So I guess calling him James Dean the Machine and Ticon the Robot, there are some similarities there. I think he's just as
Yeah, they
feared as
wouldn't be
James
far off.
Dean. Yeah. All right, so let's see them reverse roles with Ticon from Belarus leading and Till Blume from Germany giving chase.
This is gonna be interesting. We're gonna see a hopefully a really nice line throughout the entire
Oh, for
course.
sure, for sure. All right, so I'm okay.
Oh,
So I
we're
believe
looking at
that we're watching a replay here. I think the judges want to look at a few details. Look at that! It is. How do you initiate like that, man? How is that possible? That's superhuman stuff, man. Oh my. Yeah, so it looks to me like Ticon can adapt, like he can anticipate the leader's small imperfections really well and positions himself perfectly for the attack all the time. Like he's always thinking two or three moves ahead somehow. If this was chess.
yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah,
that's what it looks
practice
like
makes
to me,
perfect. Somehow he manages to predict every single mistake the lead car is gonna do.
right? I think he has a crazy amount of Assetto Corsa hours, doesn't
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's within the few thousands, not hundreds.
I mean, I managed to get like 1,000 in a year, so I'm pretty sure it's in the big thousands, and I feel like a noob
Yeah,
at pro level, to be honest. All right, so let's watch this second battle with Ticon leading, gaining a ton of momentum there, big commitment, really not going into a big angle, but maintaining a medium angle and a super high speed. Till right there, transition a bit late, maybe he got a bit. Proximity greedy there. Ticon slightly missing that second inner clip, but nailing the third one. Here we go. Let's watch this. Oh, perfect in that outer zone. That was a hell of a run.
yeah, that definitely was a really
What do
good
you
run.
think, Sherman?
Let's see. Oh, I'm not really
Oh,
sure to be honest. They're
well, I
both
mean,
really good
the
drivers, so
that's it, man. So right now you gotta like as a judge you have to drill really deep and look at the finest of details. So now is when the judge's job gets really hard, because for a less trained eye, I suppose it's probably like a one more time, but they have to find the winner here. And personally, I can see quite a bit of an advantage. Yes, there you go. So
oh,
Tikon
there we go.
Poleski gets the win. I was going to say I could see in both in chase and lead there is an advantage of Tikon with precision, smoothness, speed, and quite a few other things. And I suppose the judge just saw that. Big congratulations for Till Blume from Germany. Amazing showing. Thank you so much for joining us, man. All right, so now we have Yona Waran. Wait, I'm sorry, I need to refresh this. Apologies, dear viewers. So we have Jona Waronen, who qualified fifth from Finland, going against Alexander Jagard, who qualified 29th from Sweden. Jona initiating. Oh man, wow! I thought he'd lose it. Alexander Jagard right on his tail with an amazingly aggressive initiation. He's really maintaining that proximity. Jona is doing an amazing job in the lead there, hitting all the zones and the clipping points, making it very cheeseable, very fast, very smooth. Let's watch the last outer zone. Oh, so clean, man. What a great battle. It's the top 8, isn't it? Here we go. So now that the roles are reversed, we're hoping to get another Pro VDC driver in the stream. Oliver Eppinger from Hungary. Hopefully he'll be able to tell us a bit more about some of these drivers. And here we go, having a look at the start line. Both of these guys getting ready as we watch the replay of the first run. Wow, that was a big dive, but he kept it just right on angle. Amazing. It was a big dive from Alexander Jagard. This is a fairly close battle, that's for sure. Wow. Quite amazing. All right, we'll have to wait for the judge's decision. I'm sure there were a couple of things they wanted to look at. And in the meantime, we prepare for the second run.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Oliver might be here with us.
Oliver, are you here, sir?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hey,
Oh,
Oliver,
yes.
welcome.
Finally.
We're we're just getting ready to start a battle with Alexander Jagard from Sweden leading, who qualified 29th, and Jona Waronen from Finland leading. So it's a Viking battle in it. Beautiful initiation right there from Alexander Jagard, very aggressive, a pretty big angle, but he's still maintaining speed. He's hitting that inner tipping point. The second inner tipping point quite well, and Jona right there with him, bumper to bumper transitions as Jona pushed Alexander Jagger through the last transition in the outer zone, and Alexander was very, very deep in there and across the line. Wow, this was another very impressive run. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, was. Both of them are really good. I've been around the scene for a few years now, and I've seen both of them. I've actually went against both of them in comps so far, and they're really competitive drivers. So we're now gonna have to see what happens with the judges' call.
Any favorites, Oliver? Are you able to watch the stream too?
Yeah, I'm watching the stream. Well, I drove with Alexander a few times already, not just in here. In the Hungarian, we have a fun cup. It's like a street type of competition, just for fun. I drove with him there a few times already. So I mean, he's a really good driver, and yeah.
Yeah, it's a very tough one to call. I would say I see some advantages for one driver. I will not say who, but it felt like a very, very close battle. And personally, I would like to maybe see it one more time. But it'd be very interesting to see what the judges say, obviously, because they are the law and we are just observers. How sorry about that. So, Oliver, how did it feel in the race?
Well, so honestly, I haven't had much practice since qualifying, and I just could not get the car feel right with the setup I was using actually in qualifying. So I wasn't really that confident. So I was just messing with the gear ratio mainly.
Right.
Well, I kind of overcooked it on initiation, so that was an incomplete. So I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, just big balls go for a good chase.
Yeah. That's it. But the thing is, as I was watching it, it's that thing where when you're a certain caliber of driver, and if you are a very, very high caliber of driver, maybe you could tell us a bit out of your achievements a bit later on. But even at that level, like you tend to want to always push 100% and right to the limit, which always opens you up to risk. Whereas, like for example, how the judges said, they don't necessarily wanted you to go right to the edge. It would have been perfectly okay if you didn't. But as a pro
Yeah,
driver, you want to push it. You know, and
yeah,
in a way,
yeah, for sure.
you end up, yeah, you end up potentially sabotaging yourself. So we seem to have one more time, which is great. And now we'll have Jonna Waronen from Finland leading, and Alexander Jagar from Sweden giving chase as we wait for the start. Here we go. So they're both accelerating on the run up. Very good initiation there by Jona, but Alexander Jagar right there. Oh man, that proximity. Look at that. Alexander is copying the line, copying the angle, doing everything that's right, and Jona is totally opening up the door by doing an amazing lead run, hitting all the clipping points as he should. Whoa, look at that proximity there. Okay, and this is the tricky part. Oh man, they both pulled through again. An incredible run.
Yeah, they're making this look
Things are
really
getting
easy.
heated. Yeah. I think we might be seeing more replays as as we progress through the competition. But yeah, these
That's a
are
good
some
thing, more
incredible battles.
drifting.
Here we go for the second battle as we reverse roles. Oliver, uh, who do you think is gonna have a bit of an advantage here? If you think anyone has after the first lap.
Well, honestly, I don't know because it was a really good lead also and a really good chase. But I saw Alexander in the last inner clip. He quit a little bit. He was a little bit shallower than he was supposed to. So maybe I would say just a tiny bit of an advantage for Yona. But
Right,
let's see this
right.
the second half.
Yeah, let's see this run. I was gonna say it's very, very close. It was very hard for me as well to find an advantage, but I'm sure the judges, looking at all those details, are able to. This is again a very powerful.
Oh,
And that's it. Ah, the real drop of death,
Yeah, it's
man. It's such a pity. It's like that
it's
scene
a
in
killer
Matrix.
crash.
Not this way, not this way. But yeah, it's a
Yeah,
pity. But at the end of the day, this is the challenge, right? Make as few mistakes as you can while pushing it as hard as you can.
yeah,
So
this is
big
drifting.
congratulations. Yeah, that's right. Big congratulations to Alexander for pushing so far into the competition and for being here. You did an amazing showing, and you have a very particular style, I would say. He's always, full angle, full speed, full throttle, full everything, right? So I kind of like that. Can be hard to chase sometimes, though. Here we go. So we have Jona Waronen declared as the winner. Congratulations, Jona. You did an amazing job so far. So I believe that we have a very cool battle in store now. We're going to see Matthew Parmenter from the UK going against Alexander Element. What can you guys tell me about these two? you guys still with me?
What was that? Sorry.
I was going to say whether there's some highlights or some facts that you know about these guys that you could share.
I mean, I've seen both of them around the scene, but Alan is yeah, doing VDCs from last year, and he was trying to get into it 2 years ago as well, and he somehow missed the licensing event, and he's been practicing for a whole year. And then he
All
got
right.
his license last year during the event, and he was the rookie of the year, finishing on 5th or 6th, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, let's see.
So, whoa, look at the speed of Alexander through there, man. This car is so incredibly fast. I did try around him in practice last night, and we were both fighting in settings. I ended up with -1 degree of toe in to keep up. So look at his speed. That is a very, very clean and fast lap, hitting all the zones, incredibly precise and machine-like, I suppose. That was a very, very hard lead to keep up with. Matthew doing his best, but there were some gaps, and he had to make a lot of compromises to maintain some level of proximity. So now that we reverse the roles, we'll get to see Alexander Element chasing. What about Alexander Sherban? What do you know about him? What should we know about him?
Well, that's the thing. What I see for him was Alexander Element. That is the licensing he got.
Oh, there you go. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Matthew. My bad. I misheard that. So that's
yeah,
Alexander.
that's why he's really fast, as you can see. Yeah.
He's dangerous, man. So now let's see how
he really is,
how he's gonna go for the chase. He's not attacking too hard. I don't think he wants to risk it all. He's maintaining the right level of proximity to mirror his opponent, because judges said that is the most important thing: timing transitions and mirroring your opponent. He's doing quite a bit of proximity where it works, and keeping it safe where it doesn't. So that was a very professional approach, in my opinion, to this battle. He knew he had a very big advantage. Maybe, I suppose, with the radar thing, knowing that his opponent wasn't very close. Yeah, this was a cool battle. What do you guys think?
Well, as of driving with Element, even in including VDC and here, he's just a really fast type of driver, so he can have an advantage in his lead runs, but it's just wow. That was just an incredible lead from him, to be honest.
Yeah, that's right. So we have Alexander Element as the winner. I was gonna say I've driven against Deacon, Alan Hines, and Alexander, and the reason I put them all together is because they're so fast. Is you can keep up, but if you make a tiny mistake, you're done. You're done. You won't catch up, right? So you gotta drive your absolute best. And whereas with most other drivers, there is some lee room there. If you make a bit of a mistake, you can kind of make a bit of a compromise and make it up. With these guys, you just can't. So right now we have Lewis James from the UK leading, and Alan Hines from Ireland chasing. The Irish and the British have been battling a lot on the drifting grounds of the world throughout all championships. They're very talented drivers, and there's quite a few of them. So as we give the start here we go. So Lewis accelerating towards initiation. Alan Hines right there. A little bit of room, but then finding the right proximity. Okay, pushing very aggressive there from Hines. Lewis going shallow angle there in order to get that second and a bit wide on the louder zone, but doing fairly well here. Overshot that outer third. front a little bit, but I don't know if this is tricky, right? The I'm not sure that it really matters right there at the end, but
Thinking that was a wheel, wasn't it?
I'm sorry.
If I'm
Could
not
you say that
mistaken, there
again?
was a wheel at the end.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. So there was a wheel drop right before the end of the finish line, right? So I
Yeah.
don't know how the judges are going to feel about that. It might be that it could be an incomplete, or maybe they'll show a bit of lenience there. But we'll see. Right now, what we're doing is reversing the roles, and Alan Hines from ProDiff, sponsored by ProDiff Academy from Ireland, is leading in that beautiful green S15. Oh my God, what a committed initiation to straight triangle, straight full gas, not wasting any time or any speed. Uh, quite on that inner clip, but holding it together quite well, nailing that second inner clip. And as we transition towards the third, Lewis James is having trouble keeping up with Allen quite fast. Oh man, that was close. Oh man, that was close. I didn't know if he'd be able to hold it at the end. But yeah, overall, it looks like it was a very, very good, strong lead from Allen, very fast, and it looks like Lewis had a bit of trouble chasing. What do you guys feel about this run?
To be
Wow,
honest,
that lead from
Alan's
Alan.
lead was, yeah, it was a bit expected, to be honest, considering the caliber that he drives at, competing holdings. He does actually take part. He does what he does best. He goes out, does his lead runs, his follow runs, and then yeah, just for the results. And look at
That's
that,
right.
just be talking about just to get the win.
That's right. So congratulations, Alan, and good luck in top four. Big thanks to Lewis for participating and putting on such an amazing show. Great stuff, man. Let's see who we have next in our battle. Looks like we have Yona going against. Why? I apologize. I'm having to refresh this. So we're gonna have Tikon Poleski against Yuna Waronen. This is gonna be an interesting battle, guys.
Yeah, we're expecting quite a bit of a show from these two.
Oh yeah, for sure. So we have Tikon from Belarus and Yona from Finland. Yona is going to be leading in the first lap. He qualified fifth, while Tikon Poleski qualified 25th from Belarus. I was saying this before, don't get stuck on that 25 number. Normally he qualifies a lot better than this, but I guess maybe there was a bit of bad luck here. He's definitely somebody that most people are afraid of to go up against. You generally don't give yourself many chances. That's what history has proven. But in drifting, anything can happen. So let's watch Jonah Warren, and as he speeds up towards initiation, Tikon right there, stick it to the door, and that's it. Bluetooth connected. Now we have Jonah really filling it that second outer zone. Very good lead. Amazing on that first inner clip. Beautiful on the second inner clip. Tikon right there on his door. Incredible, incredible. Look at this. Both lead and chase. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Oh
Wow.
man.
Are you kidding me, guys? That was amazing. Oh my gosh. Wow.
How do we're getting close to the later part of the championship bracket.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we're there was yeah, we're getting very close to the top four, so the level is getting absolutely incredible. Like I still can't believe that happened, honestly. Wow, how can you top this? Let's see. There we go.
Well, hope they can.
Yes, quite a few of the team was rather excited to see this lap. Let's see. Let's see the second part of the race with Tikon Poleski from Belarus now leading, number 25, 25th in qualifying, and Jona Waronen qualified fifth from Finland will be chasing. Tikon very fast and committed there in initiation. Jona is trying to close the gap, but Tikon is quite fast, and Tikon catches it right there. That was a big
Oh
deduction.
no.
That was going to be a big deduction. Yona is sticking right there, very close. This is incredible, man. So Yona is doing what he needs to do. He doesn't have the same proximity as Tikon had, but he's kind of right there. And that mistake by Tikon is a bit worrying. We'll have to see what the judges think about that. I believe that it
Yeah,
might be hitting the
probably right
wall,
there.
could be an incomplete. So that could change everything. Honestly, it feels to me like without that mistake, Tikon could potentially have an advantage. But with that mistake, I don't know. We'll have to hear it from the judges. Maybe they might want to watch a replay. But that was wow, that was a great battle though as well. I have to say, these guys are
Yeah,
monsters. Oliver, you're also at this level. Like you're also incredibly fast. I cannot keep up with you.
Well,
Like you guys
I
have cheat codes
wasn't.
and stuff.
Well, I wasn't feeling that confident on this track, but yeah, I
Well,
was
I
still
mean, not
trying to
necessarily
get
on
as
this
fast
track.
as I can.
I could definitely keep up with you on this track, but I couldn't keep up with you on other tracks. Maybe earlier, but yeah, you tend to be a very fast driver. Like I can see the same technique that I see in these guys when chasing. Is what I'm saying, right? Like you're very smooth, committed, and just kind of maintaining that super high speed. So what it looks to me from the replay, it didn't seem like the leaders. The leader's mistake really impacted the chaser a lot, but it was a pretty big mistake. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah. So
Oh, there we
now
go. Yeah.
that mistake from Tikon. So as I was saying earlier, it doesn't matter how good you are or how feared you are. Just a tiny mistake really cost. And this is why we love drifting, because you can never really know what the result is, especially on a pretty tricky track like this one. So much Tikon. So I hope that maybe we'll see you next time, whatever that will be. All right, so now we have Alan Hines going up against Alexander Element, Ireland versus the Ukraine. These are two absolute monsters. Alan qualified sixth and Alexander qualified seventh. So this is definitely going to be a very, very close one. This is like we've had finals like these in like VDC and other championships, didn't we?
Yeah, but
Between
they have
these
been
kind of caliber
battling each other
level,
in a few different
yeah.
comps. So yeah.
That's right. I'm okay. So let's see this battle. So Alan Hines going in very strong. A bit of a wiggle there, but not losing that momentum. Alexander Levin right there, right there at the door. Very fast, very composed. Both of them are doing really well. Alan is doing a killer lead, slightly overshot that first tipping point, but just by a bit. Nailed the second one and slightly wider on the third, but just by a tiny margin. Oh my God, I thought that was going to be a bump. Element adapted so well to that situation and just turned the car around on the spot there as Alan was decelerating. I think this was a pretty incredible battle. I'm really looking forward to seeing the next one. Oof. Both of these are very, very fast drivers. Quite different cars. So 370Z is a bit heavier, but it's a bit torquier. It also has a slightly longer wheelbase, so it is more user-friendly to drive. Whereas the S15 has a slightly narrower power band and a bit more turbo lag, but at the same time, it is quite a bit more maneuverable with that 2JZ and its lighter weight. Now let's see Alexander Relevant from Ukraine leading and Aaron Hines chasing. Whoa, the speed! The speed! Because the problem is, if you form a gap at the initiation, it's quite hard for the chaser to make it up, and they have to make compromises. So Alan taking a slightly shallower line, but also Element going a bit wider there. Element is really trying to run away from Alan, but Alan is right there. There were a few gaps here and there, but overall, amazing proximity. Oof. This is going to be difficult because they both have a very different style of both chase and lead. Style is a dirty word. I would say approach, especially on this track. So, it's a hard one for me. I'd like to see it one more time, to be honest, but if we dig deeper into details, it might be that the judges are going to find a winner.
Yeah, we'll see what they're gonna be deciding.
It's it was very close. I have to. I mean, I would imagine you'd have to nitpick.
Let's see the replay.
That's all right. So hard initiation there. A bit shallow angle from Alan, but he had to make a compromise in order to close up the gap. So they both go. So Element goes a bit on the outside. Heinz goes a bit on the inside on those inner clips. But they do this for all three. So clearly, Alan is really doing his best to keep up with Alexander, while Alexander is really pushing that car with everything it's got. Wow. It's really interesting to analyze this lap. All right, so let's hear it from the judges. I think they have a decision. I think.
Okay, let's see what happens.
It's still the judges are still deliberating. I think it might be that they feel one of the drivers might have a slight advantage, but whether that I mean, both drivers have made some mistakes, and just kind of finding that sort of minimum differentiation that you can call a winner. I think that's very challenging. So it might be go one more time. We don't know. This is a bit nail biting, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'm assuming they've got nitpick both.
But I do enjoy watching.
Not really the best lead mistake.
So here we go. I could take this opportunity to tell you a bit more about Alan Heinz's sponsors. As you can see them on the car. Okay, guys, I think we have a decision that everybody was hoping for. We're going to go one more time. That's right. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. So, as I was saying, Alan Hines is a professional drifter from Ireland. He's competing in Ireland, UK, as well as the Middle East. He's vice champion in 2016 IADC, 2017 IDC Pro-Am, and 2019 VGX. And he got third overall in 2018 IDC Pro as a rookie. So against the likes of Shanahan and I don't know if Dean was there, but I'm pretty sure Dwayne McKeever. So he's pretty baller. As also the 2019 VDC champion and 2020 DCGP champion, and I think he's also the EDC champion this year. So he is the man to watch. But as you can see, Element can really hold his ground. So Sherban or Oliver, I think some of you might have wild animals around. There are interesting sounds there. All right, so let's watch this. So Alan leading, Alexander right there giving chase. He didn't commit to a big angle, Alexander there. Maybe he was waiting to see what Alan does. Alan doing a very good job there, very snappy transitions, just like the judges want. Quick, clean, smooth, fast. Oh, dude. Kind of missed that third outer clip by a fair margin. That could be a bit of a deduction. And Alexander Element right there throughout the track. It didn't seem maybe quite as aggressive as the first time. Maybe Alan is pushing harder, is a bit faster. But it was still a pretty amazing lap for both lead and chase. Just to remind you,
and especially the last wrong right-hand corner, Alan Hines, I saw he went really wide and he was really close to the edge. Let's hope he's not at his hard drop to give him a big disadvantage, and hopefully he'll still have a chance to go follow run and see what happens.
Yeah, that's it. So Alexander Element from Chernihiv, the Ukraine. Who's been drifting for over 4 years. One of the greats in virtual drifting, and one of our neighbors. Here we go. So Alexander leading. Maybe Alan took a bit too much of a lead there, but really adjusting well. Alexander doing a good job. I hope that Alan won't be penalized for that jump, but he really had to cut the track quite a lot. There after the first inner clipping point. Element is basically copy-paste from the first run. Just go keep hitting every zone super fast. With Alan having to do a couple of corrections and compromises while chasing, having to do with angle as well as the line. Oof. Overall, I don't know. It's going to be in the hands of the judges, but personally for me, it's become a bit clearer after the one more time. What do you guys think?
To be honest, it might be a slight towards Element. It was really fast during his lead run. What about you, Oliver?
Yeah, Element is just really fast. He really has that card out, and if you're not perfect behind him, it's just you're having a really hard time to catch up. Then
you give her a finger, it takes the whole hand. You're done. So big congratulations to Alexander for winning that. Thank you so much, Alan, for joining us. You've done an absolutely incredible job so far, and really made our day with some of those runs. Hope to see you again, and good luck in VDC and all of your other endeavors. I don't know what we're seeing on track now.
And now let's see. Will it be the 3 battle, if I'm not mistaken?
The third place battle?
Okay, so I think this is our third place battle. In between... wait.
I think it's Alan Hunt and Tikon Pesky, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Oh yeah, right, because Tikon lost there. Oh man, these two greats Oh, dude, I can't wait to see this. This is going to be a crazy battle. Well, I'm betting right now there will be a one more time. It's just, but commentators curse, you know. Don't bet your money on me. But I would really love it if I could see it one more time. I know that before they even start. So Alan Hines from Ireland, real
Everybody
life drifter,
would.
leading, and we have Tikon Poleski from Belarus, chasing, both driving S15s. Oh, big initiation from. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Look at that proximity from Tikon. Amazing lead from Alan, and Tikon knows he can trust Alan, and comes so close. Are you joking? Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that, man. That's not real. How can they?
He's almost pushing it as well.
Are you kidding me? I want to see this like 100 times over and over again. Oh my God. That was an incredible job by both drivers. Alan provided that perfect lead line for Deacon to basically risk it all and create the proximity that doesn't seem like it should be possible, to be honest. Like how do you keep composure while keeping that proximity? It's insane.
Yeah,
But now, yeah. But now we're gonna see the
it takes a
reverse,
really clever,
and
really good chase and two good drivers.
that's right. So I guess it's gonna be the same story as we reverse though, because Alan definitely knows he can trust Tikon, and he's gonna be pushing very hard, I'm sure. And he knows Tikon's not gonna give him an inch. So this is for all the marbles, guys. Well, third place marbles, but still good marbles. I have better jokes, I promise. So Tikon Poleski, number 25 from Belarus, is going to be leading. Anna Hines from Ireland is going to be chasing in this battle for third place. So I would imagine the judges are getting ready. Like the anticipation is killing me. What about these guys standing at the start line, you know?
Yeah, they're looking for the three,
Oh,
two,
man.
one, and go.
All
Oh, there
right,
we
and
go.
we're
Almost
off.
as if I timed it.
We're off. And Tikon in the lead. Very aggressive through the. Oh, shit. Wheel dropped. But I'm pretty sure they're going to go at it for the rest of the run, though. Ooh, big proximity there. What a beautiful battle. Damn. Wow. Are you kidding me? Are you
That's
kidding me?
insane. That
This
was
is fantastic.
insane.
I'm so sad that Tikon dropped that wheel. This is going to be called the Transalpina dropped wheel of death. It's going to be a thing. We'll make it a thing. Uh, it's just so annoying when you lose because of that, just because you're pushing too hard and you're right on the edge, just a little bit, but that's enough. Yeah, so big. I will probably have to wait for the judges to announce. But I'm gonna say big thank you to both drivers for participating and making this race as awesome as it was. Huge congratulations to Alan Hines for winning and getting third place. And amazing job, Tikon. I'm really sorry it was that way, but you definitely won our hearts. That's for sure. Thank you again for taking part. And now we shall have the pièce de résistance, the final. We'll find out who is the king of Transalpina. So we're gonna have Jona Waronen from Finland going up against Alexander Element. Ooh, so the fifth qualifier versus the seventh qualifier, Finland versus Ukraine. This is going to be a very interesting battle. What do you guys know about Jona? I'm not very familiar with him, but I think that they're going to start the final, so maybe we can talk about that in between runs. All right, here we go. So Jura in the lead, very fast through there, but Alexander right on his door. It's like he's stuck there. Very good lead by Jona. He is feeling the pressure, going a bit wide there on that inner clipping point. Definitely getting that second one, and spot on the third, right up to the edge. That was a beautiful lead, but what about that chase? That's just, oh my God. Wow. That's definitely a very special battle right there. So I think this is the moment of truth. That was a fairly balanced battle, but now we'll find out if Element's speed is going to make a difference and if he's going to be able to create a gap. And as per usual, failure is one single mistake away for both of these drivers. So let's watch this second run. So here we go, Alexander Element from the Ukraine leading in that Nissan 370Z. Going pretty fast over to initiation. He didn't go as much of a gap as he did with other drivers, so Jona is on his gap, but he is struggling a little bit. It feels like he has compromised the angle quite a bit and shallow up his line before up Element. Alexander is honestly copy-paste each and every line. It looks like I'm watching a replay. Honestly, like, and Jona really struggling to keep up with Alexander's speed. Oof. Yes, I mean, it was a close race, but if you look at all the details, it felt to me like lead to lead, chase to chase, Alexander might have an edge. What do you guys think?
Well, what I can say about Element is just the words I said before. He just really has the pace on this track, and it's really hard to keep up to him on the perfect line, even. So,
I mean, fair play. What?
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
He seems to somehow have figured out a secret that we can reach.
I need to find a way to get Alexander into a drift car, a real drift car. As the winner of this event, I'll see if I can maybe arrange that, and we'll talk to Dennis from RoDrift too. Maybe we can make something happen. No promises, but I'd really like to see that. If somebody can do this in virtual so well, how quickly can they adapt to a real car? How competitive could they be? How long would it take? That'd be interesting to see, I think.
well, it will be figured out with my situation.
Virtual people. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We're all curious, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Oliver is to be doing something very similar to what you're planning on.
Oh, really? Well, I was hoping to eventually actually invite a few virtual drifters. I don't know why I mentioned this, because I probably shouldn't on the live stream, because it was a bit of a secret. But yeah, that's something I would like to do, mostly for, you know, like guys like Oliver. I forgot Oliver was here, basically. Sorry. I was kind of counting on you too. Yeah. So kind of, you know, if we have some really top level drifters from kind of around Romania, so it's not like a huge way to travel. So like, you know, Hungary, Ukraine, maybe Belarus, it's not that far away, wink wink. And basically, maybe in a track day, we could all have a bit of fun with my car. It's not a big deal, you know. It's just figuring out transportation during this crazy times and all the logistics. But apart from that, I think it would be a really interesting experience. Also, you'll
That
need
would be
to learn
awesome.
to drive right and drive. So, so I think that the judges are still deliberating over who they think has an edge here. If anyone, it might be that we're going to see it one more time. Who knows? This is generally where it's taken so long. It's a very hard decision. So it might end up in one more time. And frankly, I would not complain one single bit. I'd love to see it one more time with these guys. So I think we're drawing much closer to a decision.
Yeah,
And
normally that's how it goes for
and
these type of battles.
guys, I think I might have some very good news. We have one more
One more
time.
time. Oh yes, let's go.
That's right. Woo!
It's always good to have one more time in the finals.
I mean, I'd have five. so, sorry, Alexander and Yona, for making you guys work, but come on, you're putting up an amazing show, so why stop, right? So now in the one more time, there's a much bigger likelihood of people making mistakes. They're both going to try to push harder. Their adrenaline level is probably quite high. They're both professionals, clearly, and can probably control those states, but it still has an effect on you. So we're waiting for judges to give the start. All right, so I think that we're ready to go into the one more time of the final over here at the top of the mountain on Transalpina Grand Prix, organized by RoDrift and Stay Epic. We have Jona Waronen from Finland leading, doing a really great job in there, filling up that outer zone. Alexander Element right there with him in that 370Z, really pushing the proximity there. Jona really hitting all the clipping points perfectly. That was just a perfect lead run in it. Beautiful. But Alexander right there with him, and Jona kind of parks it there. That's going to be a very big deduction. I'm not sure if it's going to be an incomplete, but it's definitely going to be a deduction there. That's outside of the deceleration area, and you're supposed to be on throttle there. But apart from that, what an incredible run, guys. So now it's it's going to be up to Alexander Elements not to lose the battle, basically. I wonder how hard he's going to push. He's probably going to tone it down maybe like 5 to 10%, just not to risk it unnecessarily. That is if he has a spotter or somebody to let him know that he's got a bit of an advantage. Whoever is typing, mute your microphone, please. All right, so we have Alexander Element in front, really committed in that initiation, so incredibly fast. But Jona right there with him, begin to explore. Maybe Element is not trying to run away as much anymore, but no, Yona is having trouble catching up and having to use a shallower line and a shallower angle. And ladies and gentlemen, that is likely the last race of our top 32 absolute. And I would imagine we'll be able to crown our victor as we wait for the judge's decision. It feels to me like Yona's mistake might have been a bit too much to come back from, given that Alexander hasn't made any. So uh, let's wait for the official word. All right, so we have a winner. Big, huge congratulations to Alexander Element from Belarus for giving us such an amazing show and, most importantly, winning this event and becoming the king of Transalpina. Big congrats, man. Huge congrats to Yona as well. You've done Finland proud, and you've definitely fought till the last man standing. It's just Element. I think he's just unbeatable here, like like Oliver said. So thank you so much, all of you guys, for joining and for making this such an incredible show. What we're probably gonna do is take a break, and then we're gonna jump into the top 16 IRL, where we actually have two Romanians participating. That would be myself and Gabi Imre Jr., who's Gabi Imre Senior's kid, and he's also a drifter. So they're both drifters, father and son. What a cool team! They also have a drift school, so it'd be really interesting to kind of see that. We also have Alan Hines and obviously so all of the other real life drifters battling for well, I suppose real life drifter king of the hill thing. But all right, so hopefully we'll probably jump over to like a little break, a 15-minute break, and watch some cool footage from Transalpina, and then we'll organize ourselves and come back for the IRL race. I was hoping that Sherban, yourself, and Oliver can take over for part of the real life race, given that I'll be participating.
Yeah, can be done. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, we could. That would be fun.
All right, guys. So I have news from the producers. We'll actually be having another different stream for the top 16 IRL as well as the Snake Challenge. So we'll probably be stopping this stream soon, and I'm waiting for you guys on the other one. Thank you so much for watching, and I bid you farewell.